Hey everybody, this is Tambiota and you're watching the Daily Review. So today we have from Studio Series, number 20, Bumblebee. This is the volume number 2, Retro Pop Highway. Alright, you can see here, this is a kind of a special edition version. It's not like 19, which was a exclusive to San Diego Comic-Con. This was more along the lines of an exclusive to online retailers. It probably was supposed to be an exclusive. Probably would have been in Toys R Us or something if it hadn't already closed or been closing at that time. But here we have this guy right here. I think I got him on Amazon if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember where exactly I got him. Like before, it has a slipcase on there, and you can see a picture or artwork of Bumblebee in his robot mode. And then some, you got the Studio Series number 20 on here, that same artwork. And then on the side here, you have a nice, looks like it's all done in spray paint, Bumblebee, his name. And then on the back, once again, you have different songs on here. And since this is volume number 2, we have some other songs on here. Now, side A has Won't You Roll Out With Me, Spark of Rock and Roll, Optics Without a Faceplate, Mr. Cassetto Roboto Blaster Road Trip Remix. And then side B has Rock Me Alpha Trion, Owner of a Lonely Spark, Hungry Like a Predacon, Walk Like a Cybertronian. So, I must have gotten this overseas because this has the little import sticker on it. So I must have gotten it from Robot Kingdom. All right, so we have this, and then if you slide this off, then you'll see on the inside we have once again the representation of the cassette. This time it's in a blue color instead of, I think it was red last time. Look on the back, it's about the same thing. And then if you open this up, then you have your tapes in here again. They are a repainted color. They're the same 2 tapes that come in Studio Series 19, but they have swapped Autobot and Decepticon. So I'll probably show off what they look like with combined with both Autobot and both Decepticon in this video, so that you can see that. But I'll show these 2 combined together, and then, like I said, Autobot with Autobot and Decepticon with Decepticon. Now, these are all of Bumblebee's added accessories: his gun arm, a sword that attaches to his arm, and then the battle mask. So you can see all that stuff down there through the light. All right, so we're going to take a little moment, and we're going to get this guy out of the packaging because he takes a little bit to get out. He's a little fiddly because you have to cut some pieces out or cut some tape, stuff like that, to get all this stuff out. And probably should create a review on just how to get the figure out of the packaging. But we'll be right back. It'll probably seem like seconds to you, but it will be probably about 30 minutes for me. Okay, so we're back. We have Bumblebee out of the packaging. He is in his car mode. That's the mode that he comes in inside the packaging. Okay, so he's very familiar. If you've transformed the other Bumblebee, then this guy will seem very familiar. A lot of his parts do the same thing, or about the same thing. Now, all of his little weapons, he comes with some weapons. He has this blade, he has a gun, and he has his battle mask. Now, all these can ride with him. You take that, put that there, then take one of the little blade, tab it onto there, and then the mask will tab into right there. Now I do have some problems. It seems like the panels on the side don't want to really tab into the legs. They'll stay, sometimes they'll pop out. It's just, I don't know if I have something off a little bit and it causes them to pop out. So it seems like whenever I pop them in, it's not balanced, but oh well. Now we have our two cassettes. We have this guy right here, which before he was not clear. Now he's clear. He's like a really dark purple. And we have this guy right here. He is your Autobot this time. There you go. And he's really dark blue. Actually, these aren't heating up very well. There you go. So you got your Decepticon symbol on there. May just be because it's kind of cold in the room right now, but yeah, once I rub on that a little bit and get it warm, then it chills up. So, we got all of their weapons and stuff. So I'll show those off just a little bit later, but we're going to focus on the main vehicle. Here are his instructions. So for Bumblebee, let's start transforming him. First of all, what you want to do is take the back bumper and flip it down like that. And once you have that down, let's take all these parts off. Like that. Flip this down, and the same thing you're going to do is you're going to come underneath here, pop all this up like that. Like I said, it's very, very similar. We want to disconnect this, so we'll kind of push these in a little bit like that. We'll go ahead and pop this out, and we'll bring these out. And so this comes down. These, if you take a look at these legs right here, they are tabbed in. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, so let's split the legs. They are tabbed into the hips. Not very well, but there's a tab that tabs into the hip. Maybe it tabs in there. I don't know. I thought I had it tabbed into the hip right here. I thought that's where it tabbed into. Maybe not. Maybe it goes in here. I don't know. Maybe that was the issue that I was having. It's supposed to go in here, but it went in here. I don't know. We'll check that out a little bit later. So, pull these down. Pull this down a little bit like that. We're going to rotate the hip around. Oh, hand fell off. We'll put that back on later. That's the first time I've had something pop off. Oh, that's why it popped off, because I was supposed to, before I did that, I was supposed to take the arms and flip this up. Flip these arms up. I was supposed to do that before I open the doors. This arm's stuck. Come on. So that's not a big deal. This pops off really easily. This is where the gun connects, and that's a little loose. It's not like it's just going to flop off. Now, if you use a little bit of force, it does come off. Go ahead and rotate like that. Rotate like that. Bring this up. Bring this up. Okay, so finish off the legs. Bring these down, and just like the other Bumblebee, there's a sliding part in here. So you want to slide this towards the metal. See how it's right there? You slide that towards the metal, and bring this up. It'll click. You'll see that there's a little notch right there. It'll only go to that far. So once it gets there, it'll stay there. Then you bring this down, and it'll all tab together to make the foot. Bring the foot up, and it tabs in to make the leg. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the other side. All right, so as before, this is going to slide towards the metal part. You can see the metal part right here where my finger is. Slide that towards there. It's just a little bit of movement, just a little teeny tiny bit of movement. See, like that. We'll bring this up until it clicks, bring this down. Well, this will tab it, and it should tab into supply place. It's not doing it. Did it earlier. Maybe I don't have it pushed all the way. There we go. There we go. I didn't have it pushed all the way. So then once you do that, then you just bring the foot forward like that. Okay, so we have the legs done. Now we're going to take, and just like we did before, we're going to fold this all down, and Bumblebee's face fell off. Okay, put Bumblebee's face back on. So once we do that, then we'll push in. There's some tabs in there. I don't know if you can see it. It's just right in here. You can see one of the tabs right there, right where my fingernail is, and there's the other one right in there. So you just push these together, and you'll feel it lock. And then these just kind of twist in and cover up the shoulders. And bring the arms down, flip out the hand. Flip out the hand, bring the arms down. Okay, and then with all that down, you want to do stuff back here. All right, so I'm going to fold up all this stuff back here. So fold that into there. You'll fold this up. Now, this took me a little while to figure out, and I don't think I have it fully figured out either. You just kind of have to work it in there, and hopefully you don't scratch any of this on here. So this right here has to go all the way up into here. This right here is going to lock into this bit that's sticking out right here. So this will go into here. This will lock onto here. So you bring this under, and you'll kind of fiddle with it a little bit. You want to bring this as far down as you can. Gosh, all this stuff is popping apart. So when you bring that in, okay, so it's not quite there yet. So you have to bring it forward. Okay, there it is. It's locked all the way in there. It's flush. And when it's flush, you won't have any issues with this and any clearance. It's just getting it to that place. If you don't get it all the way in there, these will push forward like this. Now once you get it all the way in there, then these will swing back. These wheels will swing back. So last part are the wings or the doors. So you just flip this part down like this. This is that back windshield, it flips down. And then this back quarter panel will flip in. And there you have Bumblebee in his robot mode. So I guess if somebody wanted to compare him in this mode to his other Bumblebee self. Here's his other Bumblebee self, just a little bit taller. Still look nice in the gold colored. So, I said he's a little bit taller than the Beetle. So where you have Kibble in between the legs here, you have Kibble hanging off the back here. So. All right, so now for weapons, you can take this and put that right there. Take and remove that arm. This will tab into this hand. This is really loose. There we go. Even if you want to, you can still, because it has this still integrated into it, so you can even take this weapon and mount it onto the side of the gun. And then last accessory is his battle mask. So you kind of saw this pop off earlier. His face popped off. There you go. You just pull that off. You can see that. It looks really cool. It looks pretty gruesome, but you take and then pop on this mask, and he looks a lot like a hornet now. He doesn't look like a bee. He looks like a hornet. So that's, I do like that mask. So you can store the arm right here. Take this. Get it to tab in to here. You can store the arm in there. Doesn't seem to want to go very well. Oh well. That's supposed to be where you store the arm at, but it doesn't seem to really want to stay. There we go. So then I guess you can store his gun back there also. And his face, that's funny. His face can be stored on these little wings that dip down right here. That's kind of funny. It shows it tabbing onto there, but it doesn't really stay very well. So you can put it right there, so then you can see his face on the side. That's really weird. But that's supposed to be where that goes, where you can store that. Wish that went someplace else, but oh well. Okay, so let's get him back into his robot mode, or into his robot mode, into his vehicle mode. Okay. Flip all these panels back up. Okay. And now we have to slowly start walking this back down. And this is the part that scares me. I'm afraid I'm either gonna break something on the plastic or, oh yeah, something went right for me that time. That was really easy. Usually when I back that out, I'm having to back it off of every single piece and then get stuck here and then I have to pull it out. But it looks like this popped up for me so that I could really easily get that out. Okay, so for the legs now. Okay, so let's rotate this back around. There we go. Flip this piece out. Okay, it's all locked back in. All right, so this is going to come up, and remember how we push this over to the side? So we got to push this back towards the middle again. You have to do that for both sides. Push this back towards the middle. This is going to go like this. This is going to go like this. And it's going to be a lot of fiddling around. Trying to get it locked into place. I don't remember if that goes there or if it goes here. Jeez. It fits better here, but I don't know if that's why I'm having issues. Let's go ahead and tab these legs together and tab the bumper together. There we go. Okay, it's all tabbed together. It should. No, that's not going to go like that. That's why I'm having issues. Yeah. Oh, way up here. Way up here. There's a hole. Way up in here. On the back, there's a hole in the back. I think that's where it goes. Does it go in that hole right there? It doesn't seem to want to go. Maybe it just goes there. Okay, we'll just leave it there because that seems like that's the best place for it. Now, with the arms, we'll leave them like they are right now. You have to untab the chest. Untab that. Then these will flip forward like that. Okay, once you have those forward, then arms, you want to rotate out, and they'll come in. Rotate it like that. Rotate the shoulders down. Rotate the arm. The hands down. Okay. So once that's done like that, hopefully I'm not getting this. I'm watching it with my eyes and not watching it with a camera. Hopefully I'm not missing stuff. Okay, so we'll go ahead and push this piece forward. Bring that forward. This goes like that. This comes forward. Comes forward. And this flips back here. Now these are supposed to tab into the side of the legs. Let's see how it wants to pop back out. And I don't know what to do to fix that. But if you kind of hold it in and then you push this up, it kind of locks some of the stuff together. Push that down, that'll tab in. There's a bunch of little mini tabs like this up in there that kind of hold all this stuff together. Not really well, but it does hold it together. So once you have that all in there, this hand wants to fall off again because this is really loose. Just bring this down, bring this down. Don't push too hard. You just let it sit right there. Push these back together. Try and push these. This doesn't want to go in. There we go. Okay. All right, so all this is back like this, and you can take his weapons once again and mount them on him. So back in the beetle mode. He's still, see, I still haven't figured it out because he's still wobbly. Yeah, all four wheels aren't touching the ground at the same time, but so there's that. So let's bring out the cassette tapes, and these guys are super dark, super dark. All right, so adjust my lights a little bit so you can see these a little bit better. It's not as dark. Okay, so this guy right here, I'll just go really quick with these because these are basically the same as the ones that we had before. That we had yesterday. Okay, come on. Ooh, this is rough. Okay, do you not want to come off? You don't want to go? Come on. There we go. Whew. Okay. Is that, where are his weapons? It's these weapons right here. Right there. And right there. A little raptor guy. Gosh, he's so dark. These guys are so dark on this. Both of these should have been Decepticons and the other two should have been Autobots. Oh well. I think both of the Decepticons, yeah, the Decepticons are the clear ones. Okay. Alright, so that's theirs. I don't know if this goes up here. I think it goes up here. Like that. Come on. Come on, tail. A little piece of tail in there. All right. All right, so now we have both the guys out here. All right, so that's what they look like. And, okay, so let's join these guys together. I don't like this because it messes up the stickers. Okay, so we're gonna mess up the stickers. Yeah, we're gonna mess up the stickers. See, I don't like this. Transforming them messes them up. Okay, so this comes down, oops. Flip this in, bring this down like that. Okay, huh. Red eyes, Looking a little evil, man, looking a little evil. Okay. Alright, so these, yeah, this goes this way. This goes this way. He seems to stay together better as the full colored version. Yeah, it seems like they did the same thing on this one too. I don't know. So I don't know if they put them together wrong or what. But it looks like the same thing happened to this one. So you have this piece sticking up and this piece going down. So I guess you can go like that to kind of make them look the same. Now you just take and tab the head. See, there's a little hole where the mouth should be. And that'll go like that. You just take this guy and he looks terrible. Looks terrible. So he don't want to stand up, so I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to stand up either if I looked that terrible. Come on. Do this right. There we go. There we go. There we go. And this foot back up. Okay. And then the weapons. Let's see here. So I'm gonna tell you right now. This one seems to not have the issue with this piece going down. This is not a rough piece to go down. There seems to be an issue with that one, with the one that I have from the other set. So you do that, and Take these guns. And put these guns right here. So there's that. Man, he looks terrible. You look terrible, bro. You look terrible. Okay, so there he is. It's really super dark, so it's really hard to see him, but let's bring him a little bit closer. Like I said, yeah, it doesn't really look that great, so. That's probably why they didn't release him in America, because he looks terrible. Now let's bring in these two guys. So I promised that I would show you what they look like together as both Autobots and both Decepticons. So I at least will do that for you guys. Everybody that stuck around to the end. Okay, see how that doesn't want to go down all the way? Like there's something that's stuck in there. Okay. Oh. Untap that. Bring this out. Bring this out. There you go. Like that. Flip this in. Flip this in. Flip this down. Go ahead and put his guns on. There you go. So there's that. Okay, so that's what he looks like with both Autobots on there. And let's go ahead and bring in the other Decepticon. Okay, and we will connect these two together. And oh, come on. Dual-con tapes, if you will. Come on, send up. There we go. So we got the dual-con tape. Guys here. Gosh, these guys here want to just fall forward. Come on. There you go. All right, so we got the Autobots together. We have the Decepticons together. They still look terrible. But at least they make sense now, because now we have two Decepticons and two Autobots. They're not going to be fighting each other, trying to figure out who's in charge. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, you can go ahead and do that right there. If you'd like to watch another episode, you can do that here or here. This is Tambiota. I'll see you guys next time.